Hey guys, welcome to a Boku no Hero review. Are you ready for a clip show? Because that's
Yay!
this episode.
Yay! Clip show!
Oh boy, this is the clip show episode. Hey, have you been away for a while? You want to know what's going on with Deku and his pals? Here's what you missed.
I also have a slight complaint about the next episode, but I really won't get into it since it's a very tiny spoiler that I half ruined for myself, but nothing super major, just basically an episode order thing.
hmm Yeah, they do give us a little bit of plot here, but for the most part, it's just Deku remembering all the shit he's been through. It's kind of it. We get a little bit of Hawks in the beginning doing his spy thing, which is interesting to learn that yes, his feathers and the vibrations of them, he can pick up what's being said, which is the interesting side of things.
I
Um,
did not remember they could do that.
I think this is the first time it's being introduced.
Mm.
I don't think it was introduced as a concept before for him.
And Yandere Girl shows up again.
Oh yeah, we get to see twice Toga, Dabi. I always forget what the lizard dude's name is, but he's in there too. Like those four are in with whoever the hell the suits are. I'm guessing part of the hero organization or whatever. Um, Probably the characters that we saw in the intro that are standing there.
Uh huh.
So yeah, we get to see them a little bit. They reiterate the whole 4 months, and then everything goes boom. The little bit of interesting parts that we do get is that Hawks is he's pretty set in the idea of we need to capture them all at once, or they're gonna slip through the cracks. Because if we just come in now and do what we can now, we're just kind of delaying the inevitable. They're gonna try this kind of thing again. Probably especially because Shigaraki's missing. Like he doesn't know where Shigaraki is from what I'm getting out of this.
Which may be explained in the previous manga arc, the Meta Liberation Army arc.
Probably. That's literally gonna be just a constant ringing bell in the background of this, isn't it? It's just this might have been explained in the arc that's kind of been skipped over.
I just wonder if it's going to be covered at all this season because there's a bunch of villains in the opening sequence. So, after next episode, will they do the Meta Liberation Army arc?
I don't know. The way I heard it when I was watching the TFS review from last time was that like the Meta Liberation arc, while not super long, would not give them enough time in a season to cover what needs to be covered. Like you'd be cut off midway through this arc.
Hmm.
So the Endeavor Agency arc essentially is the way that I took it, and it seemed to be explained. I could be wrong on that, but that's the way it made it that the Kaiser made it sound. Um, anyway, back to the clip show.
Uh huh.
What else do we get? We get Endeavor actually taking them seriously, being like, "What do you want to work on?" Deku being his over analytical self, just monologues for I feel like 2 minutes.
With like a wall of text behind him, Endeavor just listening patiently, like, oh, that's a good point. And he's like, you actually listened!
Well, you also have Shoto just being like dead faced, and Bakugo also back there just being so pissed that he's taking so long to say this.
With like even the irritated like kanji.
Yep. Oh, haven't mentioned I love Vernon. Vernon's great. She is hilarious. Just her commentary in the back. I was half tempted to make her the thumbnail for this.
Hmm.
Just having like her shot of just like, holy shit, he can talk a lot. Or the part where it's like, holy shit, you got it. No wonder you're the number one. It's kind of a juxtaposition considering it took him a while to figure out the book thing, but he just slams this down in a second.
I admit Vernon was funny at that point.
I miss her. I wish she was on the roll with them. I love her design. Oh god. Also, apparently her quirk is to be able to manipulate her flame hair to fly?
How?
That's what I want to know. It said it could allow her to fly and shit. Does she fly feet first?
But then
In her head, a rocket afterburner.
Then again, I know. Oh, what was his name? Klonoa. I think he was early PlayStation mascot.
The name's familiar.
He was like
a
rabbit thing that used his ears to like flap and like half glide. So I could potentially see Vernon somehow like flapping her hair to like.
Okay, I'm looking at him now. Yes, I remember this character. I did not realize that was his name. I never played the games, but I do remember seeing him in like a blockbuster or whatever.
I played one. I forget which one, and it's like a very puzzly game.
He does kind of look like a Sonic character. Like he would not go amiss in there.
He does.
Speaking of a Sonic character, hold up. Did you see the other characters when they were flashing to the other like students' work things?
Yes, but I don't know what you're referencing.
There was a straight up Sonic ripoff. I swear. Hold on. I need to like look this up. Give me a second here. I need to find this. Cause I saw it. I should have screenshotted it when I saw it. But like it was there. It was nuts.
Because I know next week is crap. Deku,
Like I had to pause on that shit. Sorry, go ahead. Keep
Deku's
going.
kind of girlfriend, anti-gravity girl. I'm blanking.
Uravity, Ochiko,
Ochiko, thank you. I know.
Uraraka.
I know Ochiko's hanging out with some seal guy next week.
Yeah, I believe that's where Froppy was hanging out the first time they did the work studies. She was with the seal dude.
Okay, but that's not what you're talking about.
No, but I believe Froppy and Uravity are in the same work study this time with the dragon woman. And they're partnering up with the seal dude or whatever thing they're doing with like a stolen boat or something like that. Oh, I gotta find this thing. Fuck, who is it behind? It's behind someone, and I can't place who. Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts until I find it. I want to say it was near the end when they were flashing to all the other work studies. One of them had like a character that looked like it was straight up Sonic the Hedgehog. I'll find it then. I'll find it after we've done the recording. Whatever. Anyway, what else goes on here? Bakugo says he wants to learn the things that he can't do, which Vernon mocks it, but it's a fair answer. It's like he's essentially wants to find out what he can't, like what he's not good at. What are the things that are impossible for me that somebody else would need to cover for?
Mm-hmm.
And while Endeavor seems to want to cut off Shoto, being like, "Oh man, you're just here to learn the flash fire, right? Yeah, father and son time." Shoto's just like, "No, fuck you. I'm not here as your son. I'm here to learn from the number one hero." And you get like again, clip show flashback to Shoto basically being like, "Yeah, Endeavor the hero was really good, but I don't know how you are as a father. Still got to work on that shit."
Oh yeah.
You had basically that line. Endeavor brings them along, starts telling them, "Hey, look, you got to be able to like react to this stuff immediately. starts more or less analyzing their problems of like, here's what you need to do. What was it? One of them was just straight up, you need to concentrate on focusing your flame, keeping it ready to both like Bakugo and Shoto. And in the case of Deku, he's just like, you just need the experience to get it to a point of just doing it without thinking. And then you can add on the other things that you can do without thinking simultaneously. He makes a good example of like someone driving a car. It's like, yeah, you had to learn each of those things individually. You had to learn how to use the steering wheel and how to use the gas right and how to use your mirrors. But you get trained to the point of just not even realizing you're doing it.
Do you think that Deku will gain, oh, I don't know what it was called, but I just want to say like levitation walking or whatever Nana had, because I know she had some kind of levitation quirk.
It was called Float. I don't know if he'll get that by the end of this arc or not.
I'm just saying, like, next, or I know we don't know what all six of them are, but
Well, yeah, because Black Whip came out of nowhere to be the first one, and he's
yeah,
definitely not the one prior to All Might.
but maybe because Float is the most recent, quote unquote, it will come out next, maybe?
I don't know. With the Black Whip being thrown in there, it kind of throws a wrench into that idea.
Yeah,
Because now you're not going in an order. You seems to be random.
maybe.
And there's an argument to be made that like, does One for All have its own kind of, what's the word?
Consciousness?
Yeah, like almost like a pseudo consciousness, where it's like, what is the most appropriate quirk at this point or not?
Oh,
Like, is the consciousness of the original in there directing this at all? Yeah, that kind of feels like all that happened in this. It's not much. A lot of it is just flashbacks to previous things Deku's done.
yeah, like watching it, I'm like, there's not a lot happening this week.
No, and I do wonder if that's just the crunch being added in from like working on this during COVID.
Maybe.
I do like that Endeavor kind of recognizes Midoriya as just another person that is not like All Might, like not immediately gifted with all of this power and abilities and just knows everything that needs to do out of the gate, right? Even though his ability and skills, at least to Endeavor, seem very close to All Might, he's not the same. He still needs to train like everyone else. Whereas when All Might hit the scene, he seemed to already have everything from the get go.
Yeah, and I'm just going to hold off on my slight complaint until next week because I might be proven wrong by like episode ordering and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think I remember where that came in now. Yeah, because it seems like we're gonna be flipping around a bit to like the other work studies groups
Mm-hmm.
because it seems like it's Uravity and Froppy next week, like you had mentioned. Give me 1 second here. I think I may have found where it pops up. No, maybe not. We'll get back to that. It's fine.
Okay, okay.
Oh wait, nope. Here we go. Found it. Hold on. I've got to the scene I was looking for. Now I just need the screenshot.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
see here. Where does it pop? Oh, that's right. Jiro's working with Gang Orca. That's where it is. All right. Yeah. I was curious. I'm like, where's Jiro gonna work at? She's with Gang Orca. I'm very curious how that works out for her. Because fucking Gang Orca is gonna be an interesting one with her abilities. All right, let's see here. Where is Discord? Here. I'm sending this to you right now. In the background there. Tell me that doesn't look like it's a Sonic ripoff.
Not as Sonic-y as I was thinking mentally, but
All right, here, let me go ahead and change his shoes to red and his gloves to white. How about now?
I'm just saying he seems a little bit more elongated and lanky to be a
Well,
Sonic.
no shit, because they're not going to copyright Sonic. It gets sued. But it is clearly taken from that idea.
Kind of.
He's got the blue spot. He's nothing but blue. Well, I have to assume fur. He's got the spines on his head. He's got gloves and boots. He's not wearing any clothes.
Okay, I'll admit he's a Sonic character.
I would say ripoff. I would say he is heavily inspired by Sonic. I don't know if we'll ever see him, but I swear to God, that feels like it's taken from Sonic.
Okay.
That's fine. All right. When we get to the episode where we follow Jiro and this guy shows up and there's a freaking yellow fox with two tails. All right. Or a red guy with a four-headed penis that has on boxing gloves. Okay. You're going to tell me I'm right. When this guy starts throwing rings around, you're going to tell me how I'm right. Watch him go golden and have his hair stand up on end. Not Sonic?
I don't think they would show a character's penis.
All right, fine. It'll be a caricature mounted on his chest like an emblem.
Maybe.
Look, man, you're right. They won't. But they'll show you the bulge. And that red guy will have dreadlocks. I just want to make sure that's clear. Boxing gloves, dreadlocks, and a red bodysuit.
Hold on just a minute before we end this. No, I could not find who that character is.
Also, I just realized there's like a fucking washing machine with Koda and the manga dude.
Huh.
Like he's just a washing machine.
His name is Wash.
Hold on. Literally just a washing machine.
So that about wraps up this episode of...
One last thing.
Yes.
I will say, I did notice, like, after we got past some of the others on the work studies, there were sections where it was just characters from Class B with no one else around them. So I'm wondering where they are as far as the class studies go.
Yeah.
Like Mantis and Air Shield Boy, and then I forget who the brown-haired one that's with them is. I know it's from Class B. I just can't remember what his quirk was. But they're just there alone. There was also Shadow Boy and Mushroom Girl just walking in a forest with no one else. So I've got to be curious what they're doing, like who they're with, because they're on their own otherwise.
Yeah.
That's it then.
It's really going to be interesting with Ochiro next week.
I'd like to see a clip show of like just different work studies of the other characters. I know we got a little bit of that the last time they did this. I know we didn't see everyone, but we saw a handful. So I'm curious where it goes from here. I'd like to know which ones what else we see here.
And we might or might not find out next week on the next episode.
Plus Ultra?
So until then, we'll catch everybody later.
We'll be on until next week.
Plus Ultra.
I don't know. That doesn't make as much sense at the end.